Hello, hello, welcome one and all to Pokemon. And welcome Mav, I see in the chat. All those wonderful emotes as usual. We're starting tonight with the bug catching contest, and I think I have Mulan? Yeah, I have Mulan the second in first place. Also, Emiziv, just so I can justify the shiny tag on the stream. Okay. Oh, and you brought Cheezer. Thanks, Mav, and welcome, Cheezer. How are the two of you doing in this hot June evening? Oh, that's alright. I don't know why they bother. Whatever. You're doing okay? Cool. As I say, I don't know why they bother, like, being like, oh no, you have too many Pokemon, and it's like, whatever, just tell me that I can only use the first Pokemon in the party or whatever. I wonder if it's any different in the remake. But yeah, glad to hear that. I have had kind of a funny week, but I'm in good spirits. I guess the main... like, I've had to empty out all of my, my kitchen cabinets, because there's a problem with the plumbing that they're gonna fix tomorrow. Luckily they're gonna fix it tomorrow. But it's like the past few days I've been without a kitchen sink, and like, don't realize how much you rely on having a working sink until it's taken away. There we go. The Lucky Channel is gonna get me more lucky on catching Pokemon. Wouldn't that be crazy? But no, we just want the capture rate. Oh, I'm a doofus. I was gonna teach a Pokemon Sweet Scent so that we could just like spam Sweet Scent and not have to move as much, but I guess it's fine. I'm gonna do that for after the bug catching contest. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna bring around a dedicated Pokemon like attractor. But yeah, it's kind of fun. It's like half of my kitchen cabinet is like on the floor in my bedroom right now, and it's very weird. It's very like a bunch of it is like food as well, so I'm like, I have to like not, I have to resist the temptation to go and like just grab an Oreo off of the radiator. But that's how I'm living right now. I don't know, I'm cheery. I was watching an old Drawfee stream where they were raising money for Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, I think that was it. And those Drawfee folks are very charming and silly. Yo, Pinsir. Okay. Oh, I forgot I should put it to sleep first so it doesn't attack me. I guess it's fine. But yeah, in spite of like bad plumbing situation, I don't know. Maybe I'm going a little nuts from because the living room smells kind of bad with the bad plumbing situation. So I've been like spending the entire day in my bedroom with the door closed. So I don't know if I'm suffering a little bit of carbon dioxide poisoning, but I feel pretty good today. I do feel a little bad doing the bug catching contest again, because whatever we catch, we're going to release. This feels a lot like... I guess it isn't that bad. Probably good to open a window. Yeah, I have windows open in other rooms, at least. So that we get some airflow. Usually I have to keep it... Like today especially was very hot, because there was a rainstorm coming in. So I had the air conditioner on. But it's true. I try to ventilate my place pretty often. And I've got like one of those air filtration things that I run once a day. Man, we're gonna get unlucky with the balls. With the catching. I think I'm kind of exaggerating. I don't think I'm actually carbon dioxide was definitely not carbon. If I was carbon monoxide poisoning, I wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, it's been raining by you too, Mav? Yeah. I think because there's like some massive hurricanes going on in the middle of the country right now, aren't there? Okay, we got one pincer, but it's a low level, so we might have to get another one. I think all through the Midwest there's been like some pretty intense storms going on. Or there's some hurricane watch. Maybe that was last week. I don't know if it's ongoing. I used to have family living in Texas, but they've since passed away, so I haven't really kept up with that stuff. I have a friend in Nashville, though. I can ask them if anything's going on. Oh, you know what? It was like last week they were coming back from a thing they were doing in Phoenix, and there was like some weather-related plane delays, and they were stuck in Jersey over the week, like at the end of the weekend. Oh man. It's the same level, pincer. I have a feeling a level 13 pincer is not going to win me the bug catching contest, so I'm hoping for something better. But we're going to use the entire contest time to get the best Pokemon we can find. Because I only need one more Sunstone. And I kind of want to get it on stream, but if we still can't catch one, then I'll catch it some other time. It'd be really cool if there's a Venomoth here, but I don't think they spawn at in the national park. Well, you know what just occurred to me? This is a bit like... I was thinking, I had the errant thought with a national park is like, oh, it'd be cool to have, like, an event where people... like, I can imagine doing this kind of thing in an actual park, running around the grass, and it's like, oh, that's just Pokemon Go. Like, we've done that. We've had that. The bug catching contest is real. But it's not bugs, it's everything. It's ongoing. I think Pokemon Go is still going, right? Who knows for how long, but... I think the last news I remember is that somebody accidentally was given an Articuno, and then like, Niantic had to take it back, like, nope, that was a mistake, sorry. Ooh, Butterfree. It's also level 13. I think the last two bug catching contests were one with a Butterfree. But it's only level 13. I don't think that's good enough. I'm gritting my teeth here. But I haven't thought about Pokemon Go in a long time. I think I kind of lost interest. Maybe I've talked about this before. I kind of lost interest because it did get me out walking around parts of my neighborhood that I hadn't seen before, that I hadn't visited. But, like, my experience was that, like, I would see a Pokemon off somewhere, and I would go around, and I'd be like, oh, this is a cool part of the neighborhood, and then the game would, like, interrupt my exploration of the real world. To the point where I was like, I kind of just... You know, I kind of just want some, like, excuse to go walking around that doesn't get interrupted every, like, 4 or 5 minutes by this game distraction, you know? In a weird way, Pokemon Go was simultaneously this, like, good excuse to get outside and around, and also, like, it worsened the experience. I don't know, there's Monster Hunter Now, or whatever it's called, that was trying to do the same thing. Although, that one I tried to run on my phone, my old phone, and it was chunky. The frame rate was chunky on that game. I tried it because I heard about other people doing it, and I was like, this is not working. Ooh. Okay, Scyther, a higher level Scyther might be worth it? What do y'all think? Because all I know about the catching contest is it's like rarity and level kind of decide how many points you get. I'm sure that somebody has built a calculator out there somewhere, but I like to go on vibes with this one. Oh. What did Niantic try to get away with Pokemon Go? You mean all the microtransactions or something else? Something worse? Ooh. Okay, I think Scyther's better here. Let's say yes. I don't know. I don't know if Pinsir is a better rarity score than Scyther. But yeah. I feel like I missed some big news about Pokemon Go and like user trust or something. More MTX, but Nintendo reined them in. MTX? What do you mean? I don't know what that is. MTX? We don't have to get into it if it's a big topic. I am unaware. Oh, microtransaction. Oh, I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it abbreviated that way. Okay, yeah. Did they start locking off encounters behind microtransactions or something? Like kind of gatekeeping? Or was it more like, did they just like limit your interaction so much that you basically wouldn't get anything unless you spent like 5 years playing the game? I mean, I guess that's a reason I never got back into it. I feel like there have been so many years have passed of content where it's like if I tried to get back into Pokemon Go now... Oh wow, we got really lucky with this one. If I try to get back into it now... Yeah, let's switch out the Pinsir. I imagine there are so many like generations that they've added and like subspecies or whatever. Formies. Like I would never be able to get everything. Or even the ones that I like wanted. Nintendo's really ramped up the microtransactions and Niantic wanted to go further. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Part of me feels like... I feel like this whole... It's a problem inherent to the whole free-to-play business model. I feel like there's got to be like a more ethical way to do a free-to-play game, or if not a free-to-play, then just to like find a way to be more ethical about like a subscription model. Because I get like, are there any subscription model games left aside from like World of Warcraft? Like, I don't think there are any, not any big ones. And like, you know, Blizzard is not the best example to go by, obviously, but like thinking from, oh, Final Fantasy XIV, that's true. I forgot. I thought they had maybe they have a free-to-play version. But yeah, they have a subscription, don't they? I mean, I guess that's it. Like, only the really big players can justify the buy-in. But at the same time, oh, you can do a trial for 14. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a bit like WoW does a similar thing, doesn't it? Although I wonder if WoW, if you still have to buy in and then do the subscription on top of it, because I know that's what WoW used to be. Oh, if you already played, you can't do the trial for 14. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Because I want to think like from the perspective of somebody who's making and hosting these games, there is like a server cost. There's like a maintenance cost to everything you're doing. And so I think a subscription model is arguably more ethical. Yeah, up to a certain extent, just free for WoW, and then sub. Yeah. You know, I think they don't... I think these days, since there's like no physical... They don't like print discs or anything anymore, I think it is only a subscription for WoW. Like, you don't have to buy a copy of the game and then pay the monthly. But yeah, I remember when I tried WoW, very briefly, I played WoW for like a month back in college. So I think you could play free up until, up through the first expansion. The like, you are not prepared guy. I forget what that's called. But it's the one before Lich King. Yeah, you have to buy the expansions. Oh, okay. I don't know. The point, I think the line of thinking I was trying to go down is like, free-to-play, even the like least intrusive free-to-play games, something like, I don't know, maybe Path of Exile is different than what it used to be, but well, from what I remembered of Path of Exile, is that it was like the early free-to-play model where it was like basically only cosmetic stuff. Like, I bought like a little fox, like a little fiery fox sprite that would follow me around because I was like, I enjoyed the game and I want to, I want to get like a little thing. I want to put a little bit of money towards the developers. So I feel like even in that case, you're still going to have whales. You're still going to have people who buy all those cosmetics that you put out there. And so, like, it seems to me that there isn't really a good way to go about that business, because either you provide these cosmetics that are fun and that you want to provide and that, you know, they do bring you in money, but every time you provide one of these new things, you are like implicitly pulling money out of your audience, of at least parts of your audience, in like an exploitative way. Oh, PCSO2 is mostly cosmetics, and then you can use normal money to buy them from the user shops. Oh, they almost have like not the auction house, but something like... Interesting. Is that like, you can use real money... Are the user shops like exchanging real money? I guess real money, like real cash doesn't come out of that, does it? It's more like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how PSO2 works. Yeah, okay, yeah. But like you... Oh, I see. Normal... I misread normal money as real money. Gotcha. It's more like the, it's easier to buy them if you use real money, but you can spend more time and get them the other way, yeah. I think that's the usual. That's like the baseline free-to-play model, right? Where you can buy like the special tokens and it costs less to buy the special tokens, to use the special tokens for stuff. Yeah. I think even... I want to say that even there, it's like, there's like room for exploitation, like, whatever you intended or not. Oh, real money gets you the gotcha, and you sell what you don't like. Okay. Whoops. No, I didn't want to throw a ball. That Beedrill is like lower level than what I already have. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, Beedrill, I'm gonna leave you alone, okay? He's just protecting the hive. There you go. I don't know. Does it bother anybody else that Beedrill is more like a wasp than a bee? I don't know. They did eventually make a bee Pokemon, I guess. Okay. Like, the gacha kind of feels like you run into similar problems, too. Because you're gonna... Any, like, digital gambling, I'm, like, not a fan of. Even though I have, you know... No, have I spent any real money on gambling? I don't think I have. It's a Japanese thing where Hachi can be either a bee or a wasp. Oh! Oh, I see. It's interesting, because I think you would want to have that distinction in Japan, because there's that wasp that will, like, attack beehives, but then the bees will, like, overheat the wasp to death. And then that wasp is, like, coming to America, and the bees don't know how to fight it. That's interesting, I didn't know that. Huh. Like a common word for both varieties of animal. Oops. Man, I'm gonna feel so dumb if somebody wins this contest with like a Weedle or a Caterpie. Because that Weedle was pretty high level for the Kaishin contest. No. Yeah. Oh, like Nezumi means both rat and mouse. I didn't know that. That's neat. It's almost like the, I don't know, I love learning language stuff. And how different languages kind of reflect on how the people who speak them view the world. Because the fact that we have a distinction for a rat and a mouse is kind of important, because rat carries, like, connotations with it. I think if I found a level 15 Butterfree, it would be worth catching, but 14 doesn't feel good enough to me. I'm gonna keep moving. Keep schmoving. Anyway, I don't know. I want to finish... to round off the, like, subscription model talk. Like, I feel like the free-to-play... Free-to-play seems like it has this, like, kind of a stability problem, too, if you ask me. Like, if I were running a free-to-play game, I would be nervous about, like, dips in income. Because it's not like it's not a steady income source. So, I imagine that most free-to-play models where they have to stay afloat, either they're bleeding money, but, like, they have other sources that they can rely on, like I imagine the Pokemon Company does, or they kind of, you know, manipulate the market a lot, or they manipulate their players enough to get all that extra. Oh, we gotta interrupt. We're interrupted by the bell. We will now judge the Pokemon you've caught. We have chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? Placing third was Camperberry, who caught a Kakuna. Scar was 316 points. Oh, placed second was Pete. Damn. Caught a Pinsir. Man, what is it? Is it a Beedrill? Who won? 335. Well, that's not as good as I got before. Winner's contest winner is Cool Trainer Nick, who caught a Scyther. No, I should have kept the Scyther. He got 3 more points than I did. Damn. That's like 5 Everstones I've gotten so far. Damn it. Oh well. No, we're releasing the Pinsir. Pinsir gets to go back in the wild. Oh well. I could save Scum, but I'm not gonna do it. I think I'll just try and win the contest off stream, probably. Or actually, you know, I think we're gonna keep doing okay. Goodbye, Pinsir. We're gonna keep doing the bug catching contest on stream. And if I still don't have, like, the Sunstone after a really long time, then I'll just do it. I'll just start save scumming or something. Oh, little update. I looked up which trainers have insight into the, like, swarms, the Pokemon swarms. So all these guys, including Hiker Anthony, I've got them on my phone, so hopefully we'll hear from one of them and we'll be able to go catch the Pokemon we need. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue catching whatever was next on the list. I think Diglett. So let's go get a Diglett. But let's check if what Pokeballs I have. Oh, I have some stuff. Okay, yeah. What was I? We were talking about. I was talking about subscription free to play, because I imagine, like, Epic Games, for example. Like, they don't have a steady income for Fortnite because people are like, or maybe they do actually, but, like, they don't naturally have one because they don't have a subscription model. So I have to imagine that, like, their whole monetization scheme kind of compels people to buy the season pass or whatever on a regular basis. And, like, it's kind of reliable. Like, it might be marginally more reliable than, like, a normal free-to-play thing, but it does also compel people to spend, like, way more than they otherwise would. I think that's what I take issue with, is that, like, kind of the only way that you can run your free-to-play business, like, in a stable way, you have to be more exploitative. Okay, here we go, the marching. Oh, I forgot I was gonna get Sweet Scent. Okay, we'll do that after we get a Diglett. I keep forgetting these things. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just me. I feel like I'm an old man. Like, I remember the days when you just paid the same amount of money every month. Oh, and didn't... I mean, another old man moment. I seem to remember there was some big uproar about World of Warcraft's starting to do some kind of like microtransaction stuff, like years and years ago. Uh-oh. Oh no, Mulan resists, bug resist ground. Okay. I seem to remember that. Maybe I'm wrong. But there's also like, they've always done like exclusive stuff with Blizzard. I mean, that's like the least of Blizzard's problems, let me tell you. Oh, they have a cash shop now, really? Wow. I mean, their other projects haven't been going very well, so maybe they're just like really trying to milk their users for everything. Hey, we got a Diglett. Diglett, the mole Pokemon. Its skin is very thin. If it is exposed to light, its blood heats up, causing it to grow weak. Oh, wait, is that right? Is this like a real Pokedex entry? That's so weird. It's only 8 inches tall. Or so you think, above the ground. Okay, Diglett. Sounds like a Winnie the Pooh character. Diglett went to Pooh Bear's house to see what he was up to. And Christopher Robin was there, trying to teach Pooh how to tie his shoes. But they couldn't find them because Pooh Bear did not own any shoes. Gosh, do I just have to call him? I think I'll just call him Piglet. Piglet. Piglet's got like a little piggy nose. I mean, it's a mole Pokemon, but I don't know. I like Piglet. Is that... That doesn't look like the spelling is right. To me. I don't know. Maybe it's because Diglett has 2 T's. Yay. Right. We're gonna get a Pokemon who can use Sweet Scent. I guess a Missive can go back in the box. Oh, I know what we can do. Because I believe we can teach Butterfree Sweet Scent, and we have a Metapod primed and ready to level up and evolve. So we'll go do that. We'll get another entry in the Pokédex and a Pokemon to help us catch more Pokemon. This is what I love about 2nd gen, is that they kind of like expanded out... They expanded out so much of... Oh, excuse me. They expanded out so many features that just make the game more pleasant to play and like catching more pleasant and stuff. Except that they didn't fix the interface for the... I say that as I'm like reminded of how lousy the Pokemon PC is. Okay, we're gonna open a new box so we have space. Oh, and it just occurred to me, evolving our Metapod will be Pokemon number 99 in the Dex. Yeah. Or will be Pokemon 100. Sorry, we're at 99 and it'll be 100. Okay. So we're gonna just give Rebuff the experience share so that we don't accidentally get it killed with like a Oh, oops, I gotta put this items away. I don't want to get it I don't want to get Rebuff killed by like a Pokemon that has Pursuit or something. Anyway, I was wandering around and I got more items, I guess. I don't remember where I got all these from. I'll sell the nuggets too. Well, I'll keep the nuggets as souvenirs for now. Yeah. I was remembering, gosh, what was it? I remembered I was watching, thinking of Blizzard stuff again. I was watching some video. I can't remember what it was. I think it was somebody who was talking about game monetization stuff. And he said the most bizarre thing. He said something like, he was talking about like the good, like real money shops being a good idea or something, but like he said, what did he said like, you know, everybody loved the auction house in Diablo 3, and I'm like, Dude, were you there for that? Are you kidding me? Do you remember? I didn't even play Diablo 3, and even I know that everybody hated the real life auction house. They removed it from the game because the players were like hated it so much. Oh, you always think this item does nothing, or this item is to sell in video games, has a secret purpose, yeah. Because I think it usually, maybe it usually does. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, in Pokemon, it kind of doesn't tell you enough. At least I don't think it does. It doesn't tell you much about whatever items you're selling. You have, like, the nugget is just like a shiny thing that is worth a lot. So it's like, I think Fallout games were like that, where, like, I think in Fallout 3, there was somebody who would give you money, who would give you caps for, like, old world money, pre-war money. So at some point, I just started collecting all pre-war money, because it doesn't weigh a lot. But, like, if you didn't know that... Oh, no, it was not that. It was, like, books. I think somebody would pay you money for books, because they were, like, keeping a library. And so I would start, like, collecting old world books. But it's funny, you mentioned that, Mav. It reminds me also of, lately I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, because I must have bought it. I think I bought it a while ago on sale and I never played it, but I installed it to like try out gaming on my new Linux PC. And I think it was like a good test bed for that. How much does rebuff even need, actually? Oh, it's close, like 2 more battles. I've been playing that, and there are a bunch of items... or all of the items in your resource bag, it'll tell you what they're used for. And some of them are just sell to merchants for scraps. But some of them say sell to merchants or trade to merchants. And I was like confused by that. I was like, what's the difference? And I was like selling a bunch of them, and then I realized, oh, certain items that you can get from merchants, they cost like metal scraps, but occasionally it's like that and some special item is like the only thing they will accept to like give you the like super armor or whatever. And I was like, oh, I was selling these like rare machine monster parts that said trade to merchant, thinking like, oh, I just trade it to the merchant for scraps, right? But like, no, they want you to trade it for like an item, not... And it was like, oops. It felt kind of like a goofus. Also, let's go here for like more experience. But yeah, turns out, even with the in-game description being pretty plain about it, I was mistaken. I was mistaken in my assessment. But yeah. Oh, did I not fight these guys? Huh. We're the Kanto Pokemon Federation. Right on, dude. Oh, they're federated. Cool, what instance are you on? Where should I follow you, Biker Zeke? Are you on... They're on, like, Mastodon.biker. I bet there is a Mastodon.biker and I don't want to be there. Thank you very much. Nobody has ever said the Federation was, like, all friendly and kind and everything. There are definitely some, like, regular, bad manners there. Oh, oops, I just realized Rebuff is gonna get, like, way too many levels from this battle. Or maybe not. We can take the experience share back. But yeah, I actually wanted to talk about Horizon a little bit on the stream because that'd be fun. I forgot. I was reminded because I was like, I was playing it and there were so many things that reminded me of Breath of the Wild. And I forgot that when Breath of the Wild came out, it came out like a month after Horizon. And I think people were comparing the two. Oh, here we go. I'm interrupted again in the middle of something. It's time for Rebuff to reach his final form. I think Rebuff was a boy. They grow up so fast. Into a butterfree. There's indeed a bikers.social. Oh, okay. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Rebuff. And Rebuff is going to stick with us because it can learn... He can learn Sweet Scent. Let's read his Pokedex first. It always bugged me that, when you evolve a Pokemon, they don't take you to the Pokedex entry. I feel like they should, because when you catch one, they do. Butterfree, the butterfly Pokemon. It collects honey every day. It rubs honey onto the hairs on its legs to carry it back to its nest. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Interesting. I know that, bees and most other insects will get pollen stuck on their legs, and that's how pollination ends up working. Okay, Rebuff. Oh yeah, Mulan could learn Sweet Scent, but Mulan already has enough. She has enough stuff already. Look at that. Big... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I already have Butterfree in my Pokedex, don't I? Because I caught one at the bug catching contest. Oops. Sorry, Rebuff. You were not, in fact, number 100 in the Pokedex entry. I'm sorry. I thought you would be. But who is next? Gotta go down the list. I should probably be putting Pokemon in the daycare to get eggs. For the baby Pokemon, shouldn't I? Maybe we'll do that when I get... Grimer. Okay, yeah, Grimer we can find here. Let's go get a Grimer. By here I mean in this prefecture. That's funny. There's like I think there's like a biker gang that lives in like my mom's town, and they are very noisy going up and down the street outside of her house. It's very annoying. So, I don't want to say anything really strongly about bikers because they can be very vindictive group of folks. Although, I don't know, maybe some of them are chill. It's the gangs that are dangerous. Oh, Grimer! Grimer! It's a girl Grimer. Girlmer. Take a little nap. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about Horizon. I seem to remember people saying that, like, Horizon is kind of embarrassing after Breath of the Wild comes out because it does, like... Zelda ends up doing basically everything that Horizon does, but, like, more engaging and interesting. And, like, Horizon... And I think that's kind of the funny thing about Zelda and Horizon. Because Horizon was basically just another... It was, like, okay. It was basically another one of these, you know, open-world Ubisoft games. I don't even know if it is Ubisoft, but, like, that style of game. And, like, it's okay. It's, like, whatever. I think it was made by the people who did Killzone. Am I wrong? Am I mistaken about that? Like, I saw... There's a documentary about them. Grimer, the sludge Pokemon. As it moves, it loses bits of its body from which new Grimer emerge. This worsens the stench around it. Wait, but Grimer have eggs. Wait, do Grimer reproduce asexually or do they lay eggs? I think they can lay eggs. Huh. Okay, girl Grimer, Girlmer turns into a muck. Girl muck. Girl sludge. Sludge girl. Oh, it fits. I don't know. Sludge girl living out her sludge life. Just sludge girl things. Okay. Right, we got our Grimer. Oh, Voltorb. Oh, we gotta go to the power plant. The poor plant. Cool. But yeah, Horizon... I was thinking about it because I was noticing all these curious similarities to Breath of the Wild. I mean, they only came out a month apart, so it can't be... It's more that, like, the formula was similar. Like, Breath of the Wild was Nintendo doing their version of that open world. Oh, Chad just wants to tell me that his mime is really cool and energetic. Cool. Hi. Anyway. Because Horizon is like this world where, like, all these ancient machines are dangerous and, like, wandering around, and, like, there was, you know, the machine devil was defeated by the like, legendary All-Mother, and, you can sneak up on the horses to turn them into a mount and that you can call, and they can whistle and call them over. And you're, like, gathering materials to craft stuff in the field and stuff. I don't know, it's like, it's not that similar, but it's similar enough that it seems like kind of... It feels curious to me, I don't know. My point being that, I don't know what my point... What does my point being? It's like... I don't know, like, like, Breath of the Wild kind of spoils... Oh, right, there's no Pokemon in the plant. It's here in the grass? I don't know. But, yeah, like, a game like Horizon... Oh, hello, Electabuzz. I guess we can catch you here, too. But a game like Horizon is, like, promising, but... Since Zelda came out and, like, basically changed the face of open-world games, it's gonna be thoroughly, like, less interesting. Because they do that, like, Assassin's Creed-style climbing, where... If you see a thing that, like, you can climb on, you basically, you just hold up on the analog stick and climb it. And, you know, like with the, with the Zelda-style climbing, you're like, it's not much different, but, like, it's engaging enough to be interesting. And it's just like, I don't know, playing Horizon and being like, I find myself just waiting for her to get up to the top of whatever I'm climbing, and that's kind of, with Zelda, like, you're paying attention, you're being like, okay, I have to figure out, like, what route will get me up there without running out of stamina, and, like, where can I stop along the way and stuff. It's just, I think it's a similar... Yeah, I don't know. I never played Assassin's Creed, but, like, I did play... Oh, frickin' Ultra Ball didn't work. I've played, Watch Dogs, because I got, like, a free copy with my graphics card, like, years ago. I don't know why they were doing that. I don't know what that promotion was about. And, like, I didn't really want to play it, but I was like, well, I have it, I may as well try it. And that one has the, like, Assassin's Creed-style parkour, which is basically, like, there's a parkour button, and if you hold down the parkour button while you're moving, then he'll do parkour over anything that is, like, parkourable. But then, like, in a similar way to Zelda, a game like, say, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance also has parkour, but it's, like, it's a little bit more engaging than that. And so it kind of, like, having experienced a different game like that, you are like, well, I kind of would rather play that, wouldn't I? Like, I like the hold the direction and press the button to parkour is just, like, not very engaging. I don't know, that's been my experience of Horizon so far. Electabuzz, the electric Pokemon. Electricity runs across the surface of its body. In darkness, its entire body glows a whitish blue. Oh, that would be a cool, shiny color. Hey, Electabuzz, what's her name? Or a boy? A boy Electabuzz. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Tabman. Tabman. I'm looking at the tab in Electabuzz, so you're Tabman. You're Browser Tabman, the newest character from Kojima's new game. Oh, and he's my 100th Pokemon. My 100th Pokédex mon. Okay, Voltorb. Maybe I should use a level ball. What was I saving level balls for? don't know, strangely enough, even with a game like Horizon, where I'm, like, complaining about it. Oh, they're doing a, Kojima's doing a sequel to Death Stranding, isn't he? Death Stranding 2? I don't know what it's called. Son of Death Stranding. That would actually be kind of clever, because of the whole, like, baby thing, or BB thing. But it wouldn't be called that. Voltorb, the ball Pokemon. It rolls to move. If the ground is uneven, a sudden jolt from hitting a bump can cause it to explode. Oh, they're very temperamental, Voltorbs. Voltorb is the Death Stranding. He is the beach. Or no, she is the beach. Like Mario and Princess Peach. Wonder if he's gonna throw Ace people even more under the bus. Oh, did that happen with the first one? People didn't like it, and he just started blaming, like playing the blame game, pointing fingers. Cause that's, yeah, that sucks. Like, if people don't like your game, well, let me name Voltorb first, and let's not name it a Kojima-related thing. Even though I'm tempted. It's tempting to do like a Metal Gear Solid reference or something. Something about his face. Oh, Ace people. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I misread that. I read Ace people as like Ace being like really top of their game, top of their class. Maybe I hope that's a compliment. Maybe that's a compliment to Ace, to the Ace community. Asexual Pride and Pride Month. I don't know. I'm gonna call this guy Obsidian for no real reason. Not after the game studio, but just, I don't know, a shiny ball of Obsidian. Yeah, Electabuzz was our 100th... No, he was not. Wait, what was our 100th Pokemon? I don't know. We skipped 100 somewhere. I lost track. Yeah, no, I saw that, I think Thor High Heels highlighted that in their video, where they looked at, Death Stranding, where there's just some, like... There's like some in-game thing that says that like the Death Stranding has killed people's sex drives, and so the birth rate is down, and like I can see where that's like, it's problematic, right? I can see where that like is a commentary on like Japan having low birth rates, right? But it also is like, oh, it's also like condemning being asexual, like, implicitly. So, like, the best possible reading you can make is that it's insensitive. Like, this is why you need sensitivity readers. Because, like, somebody who knows what is up would read that and be like, hang on, you should change this. Like, you should change or remove this, please. Like, it's just like, I think they use the word asexual, like, it's been turning people asexual, right? Like, that's... Phrasing is part of the problem, and so it's like, yeah, it's not good. It's a bad. It's a bad. Like, if you want to make the argument that the Death Stranding is so bad that people are depressed, then do it in different ways, please. Do it in different ways that are not excluding like community, like people who like might be, I don't know. Part of me hears the voice of supposed voice of reason that would say like, oh, but people, it's also bad for business because people, like, you're excluding people who would want to play your game, and I'm like, that shouldn't be a reason to, that shouldn't be like your first reasoning is like business, but I guess that's the way you have to sell it to people. Yeah. Mankey! We already got a Mankey, but I like to see a Mankey. Sorry. Oh yeah, if that's the case, Kojima doesn't get it. Oh yeah, that's true. Even if he's being critical of, like, the Japanese birth rate, it's because he doesn't understand that either. Yeah. It's true. Basically, people don't have babies because they're overworked. Yep. Like there's some, I've heard some talk also about of like the way that Japanese homes are designed can also like not give people enough privacy, like families and people enough privacy as well. But like, yeah, mostly, yeah, the overworking, so like people aren't even in relationships very much either. Yeah, absolutely. As with so many things. Whoops. It's like a, the crushing weight of systems and society in our world. I don't know. Is there a way to make that a good commentary, I wonder? Like if it's like... I guess it would have to be like, if the Death Stranding were responsible for like, for that, then it would have to be like, it would have to be that like people accept the Death Stranding as like some necessary evil of the world rather than deciding that it's an oppressive evil thing they have to overturn. Yeah. That's the elephant in the room. Japan doesn't want to admit it exists because of all their culture is about working. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh wait, Cubone is in the cave, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is Rock Tunnel. Okay, we're going to Rock Tunnel, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, there's certainly, part of that is like the collectivist, like, culture in Japan, right? Like, I've heard people talk about, like, Japanese people talk about how Bushido has shaped modern Japanese culture and, like, the perspective. But, like, I think some of it has definitely got to be, like, capitalism, like, poisoning the mindset where, like, people who are wealthy enough can kind of shirk their responsibilities that they would otherwise have under, like, they would otherwise have a duty to do right by the people who are like in lower classes than they are, but they aren't because they're rich and because it goes against their interests of making more money. Sorry, I'm gonna actually use Sweet Scent. I haven't been using it. But yeah, I believe that. Hey, Cubone. Cubone bone. I don't think that's what Cubone says. It's a cute little guy. Or girl. In this case, it's a girl. Yeah. Japan. Lots of much like in our country of the US, Japan has a lot of concerning things in different areas, but also in like concerns that are stem from they have a similar root problem, excuse me, I misspoke. Cubone, the lonely Pokemon. If it is sad or lonely, the skull it wears shakes and emits a plaintive and mournful sound. I'm blue and I need you. And your love too. I was trying to remember the lyric. Hey, Cubone. Marowak. Is there like a, Rowena or Rose? I think we did a Rosie already. I'm trying to think of a different name. Roberta? Marowak. How about Marnie? Whoops. Yeah. You know, come to think of it, the, like, oppressive work culture thing, it kind of makes sense that somebody like Kojima would not be critical of the work culture, even when he should be. Because I bet he thinks of himself as somebody who's, like, earned everything that he has through hard work, when that's, like, kind of not true. Oh, coughing, there it is. Like, failing to recognize everything else that set him up for that, and, like, the systems that support his lifestyle. Oh, that's right, Rhyhorn is in the Victory Road. There's some other Pokemon in this we haven't got Tangela yet. There's some other Pokemon that lives in this cave, and I don't remember who it is. Oh, Kangaskhan. That's right. Right, let's look for Kangaskhan. Oh, after the break. It's time for the midstream break. Oh, actually, no, you know what? It's a few minutes. We got a few minutes before the break. I'll save, though. Yeah. From what I hear, Korea has a similar overworking problem. I was trying to think of the right phrasing. I was going to say work ethic, and that's not fair. That's not the word I want to use. But the difference there is that I feel like I've heard that there's more of a progressive movement over there in some ways. It's just that it's also, like, similarly strong pushback on progressive ideas in Korea. That's another Cubone. They're more common than I thought. Oops. Oh, yeah. Anyway. I don't know. Oh, I never finished up my thoughts on Horizon. I guess it's a game that seems interesting. Like, I'm curious enough to find out, like, what happened to the old world and why all the machines are being crazy and stuff. Like, I'm curious about the setting, the plot of the setting. Oh, they also have they have a terrible gender problem in Korea. Yeah, I've heard of this, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Somebody did a video on the, like... There's some, like, people getting... There's, like, a feminist group, but, like, feminism is almost a dirty word in Korea. Like, more so than it is in the United States. People treat it like a dirty word over here, too, I guess. But, yeah. Big gender disparities over there. You know, we want to show solidarity and support for people around. Like, I guess like one of the things that has given me some comfort, some encouragement, I should say. Comfort feels like a little passive when I say it out loud. Has been seeing how many people across the world are in support of Palestine, like including, I think, some people from Korea and Japan. And you don't see a lot of that. Certainly not in news coverage, but like you don't see a lot of that, I think, because partly because of the culture and like the desire to not be obtrusive. So I can believe that there's like, I don't know, a lot of places in the world are like, oh, you wanted to play Horizon 2 and you saw how huge it is and the sequel came out. Yeah, that's true. It is very big. I was trying to play it with also, we keep bouncing off of topics. Let's stick with Horizon because it's a little comfortable, I guess. But I don't know. I'll conclude my thoughts on the, like, this is, I don't know, it's good to see people protesting and standing up for the good stuff all over the world. So anyway, Horizon. Yeah. It does look like a very big game. I'm probably not gonna get very far in it. Don't know. But it looks nice. Oh, that was the thing I was gonna say, is I used a gyro aiming setup, because that was the other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to also kind of get used to gyro aiming, because I've done that a little bit with Breath of the Wild, but yeah, it doesn't really work with Horizon, because they don't have built-in support for gyro, and the Steam config that I found does like a mode switch where certain functions don't work, like you can't slow time with the R3 press. And maybe somebody fixed that with a different configuration, but it basically has to, like, it does the mode switch where it tricks the game into thinking that you're using the mouse when you, like, you're using keyboard and mouse controls when you hold down L2. And at some point I just turned it off and I was like, you know what, if the game, people are reporting lots of problems with it too, that was what I saw. It's like, you know what, if people are reporting this many problems with the gyro aiming, and I'm struggling with it, then I'm just gonna, like, turn on aim assist and leave it at that. Oh, oops, I don't need to save again, I just saved. But yeah, so I turned on, I'm playing with aim assist, and I'm like, I don't really care enough to turn it off, so... for now... On that note, let's take the midstream break and enjoy the music, and I'll come back in a few minutes and we can talk more about, I don't know, games and stuff. Because I've also been playing Control, and I like Control a lot better, but it's also very difficult. So I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Hey, I'm back. Also, I looked up Horizon, just the last thing. I was, and it's not Ubisoft, it was Sony published, so, screw them, but, the last thing I was gonna say on it was that, I think the only reason I played it is because I had bought it, like, a long time ago, because I have sworn off, like, I don't think I've bought a new game in like a year now. Because I'm sick of all the shit all of these big publishers and developers are doing. And I won't be buying anything new from them unless they change their ways. And that's just as well because I have such a big catalog already to play. I don't know, I wanted to make a point of that. I wanted to make a point of, like, don't buy new stuff from any of these big things, because however bad, like, Ubisoft and Blizzard are, like, Sony and Nintendo and everybody... Basically, every other big publisher, CD Projekt, they're all pretty bad. So I don't want to, like, promote them. I don't want to suggest that anyone should be buying their games. Like, I can be lukewarm on Horizon as a game, but I want to be very harsh on Sony publishing. They're bad. They're a bad vibe. You know, I'm gonna go further into... I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think it makes a difference where we are. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep sweet scenting for Kangaskhan. Yeah. I was thinking about getting what was it? There's this indie game that was about... It uses that modern like corporate art style to tell a game about a bunch of like startups where they like failed, but the people turned into like horrible monsters, and you're hired as like a guy who goes around to like clean out all of the monsters at these like failed startups. It's very grim, but like it's bright and colorful, and it seems very like dark humor. But I forget what it's called. I keep forgetting. It's some two-word turn of phrase that I just can't remember. Yeah. But I was also thinking that if I weren't in the middle of this Pokemon challenge, Pride Month would be a great time to like continue playing Celeste or to play that like Path of Neo game that I have. That I was like thinking about playing. It's a bit... It still feels like a bit of a stretch to like justify playing the Matrix or like any Matrix thing during Pride Month, but it's like still, you know, just because so many like bad actors have clinged on to the Matrix as a franchise, it's like I know what the authors intended, but that isn't really what the Matrix means anymore. Unless you're talking about the Matrix Resurrection, and then it's like all the wrong people hated that movie. Some of the right people didn't like. And like fair enough if you didn't like it. But it also angered all the people who are like the, you know, conservative right-wing type fanboys. Gosh. Are there even Kangaskhan's in this cave? That's funny. And oh no, you know what? Actually, the funny thing is that I haven't bought. Oh, you ate them all. Oh, you ate all the fanboys? Oh. Sorry. I hope you took some like. I hope you took some kind of antacid or something for that. That's got to be really hard on the stomach. All those butthurt fanboys. Gotta pace yourself on that too. Oh, you mean the Kangaskhan? Okay, yeah, no, that's smart. The fanboys got tossed in the volcano. Good, good. Yeah. Oh, not all the Kangaskhan. Man. I was gonna catch one of them, Maverinthia. Why'd you have to go eat them all? So hungry. Insatiable appetite for Pokemon. Yeah. The funny thing is, I was thinking about all these new games. I have actually been getting a lot of, like, some decent entertainment out of Miitopia, because I got it on the 3DS in you know, in a like secondhand way, let's say. It's like, you know, no money for Nintendo. No, no, no. Cause other, like, you know, I would have considered getting the Switch version, but, you know, don't want to send any money that way. But yeah. I think I talked about Miitopia on stream. I currently have Mia Fey from Ace Attorney as a cleric. I have Aurora Storm from the X-Men as a mad scientist, and Garfield as a cat, because why not? And then my player character, I use my player character from Monster Hunter, Elancebeth, and she is currently an imp. It's very fun. It's good fun. Oh, and I think I said this last time, that I populated the desert town with the cast of Firefly and Jay, what's his name? The guy who was played by a Baldwin. I made him the genie, because I felt like that was perfect. Jane Cobb. Jane Cobb was the genie in the desert town, and so, like, kind of... The genie's, like, little mini plot line kind of is perfect for that. Because he causes a bunch of mischief, and then you battle him, and, he turns around, and he's like, okay, I won't be a bad guy anymore. And I have, the Great Sage, played by, David Bowie. I got David Bowie in there. You know, it's all good fun. And I was surprised at how many different Miis I could find QR codes for. There are a lot of them. I don't really know the Golden Girls, but I know I got the whole cast of them because I thought that there's probably a way to, like, work them in somewhere. It's a fun good old time, but don't buy it on the Switch, because you have to pay Nintendo for that. Yeah. I was also going to play Animal Crossing New Leaf, but I don't know if I can actually, like, devote the time to checking on it every day. Maybe. Maybe I could. I could emulate it, that's true. The thing is, like, I can't get... I'd have to find... Like, my model of Switch doesn't have any exploits for it, so I can't get the keys. I can't get the product keys, and I'm like, I would have to find, like, a way to get product keys, and I'm, like, nervous about that. I don't know. I just have to be safe about it, I guess. What I settled on is that if anybody else is interested, I highly recommend getting, what is it? Rio, the Switch emulator that's not been cease and desisted into oblivion yet. And go for it. But, I still have so many games in my backlog. Like, I still want to play, I have, the old, PS3 version of Burnout Paradise that I've been playing. Oh, Ryujinx, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Mav. I did download Ryujinx, but I was like, oh crap, I can't actually... I need the product keys, and I can't get them for my own Switch. My PS4 also turns out to be a model that doesn't have an exploit for it yet. We may get one soon. But the, like, firmware, I can't reset the firmware version any older to exploit it. Otherwise I would. But yeah, I've got all these other games I can play for now, anyway. Not to mention Pokemon. We got a bunch of Pokemon to play. And I have the Eco Trilogy now, too. Finally. So I can stream that at some point. Ah, Ryu Sack. Okay. Oops. Oh, did the stream freeze, or is that my computer? I think it's my computer. Okay. Oh, oops. Man, I feel like we ran into a wild Kangaskhan at one point and I just didn't catch it at the time. I feel really stupid now. But at least we have Sweet Scent. This is way faster. Way faster than using the Pokemon March. Okay. I'll try for about 5 more minutes, and then I'll go do something else. But for now, I guess we're going into podcast mode again for the second time this stream. Yeah. All right, I'll consider it. It'd be because I would love because I'm kind of waiting for I know the modding community is making a version of the Linkle mod for Tears of the Kingdom. So maybe I will look around for those keys. Ryusak. And I'll eventually play Tears of the Kingdom once they've done the Linkle mod, because I'd love to do it that way. Plus, I've got a controller that's like a third-party controller that has the gyro in it, so I can emulate Switch stuff, including the gyro things, including the gyro motions. It just doesn't have the, like... I guess it just doesn't have the, like, special Joy-Con vibrations or whatever. I was also thinking about horror games. I think I found some good horror games to play for this Halloween season. But I got Eternal Dark on my Wii U a while ago, and I wonder if that's safe to stray. Yeah, no HD vibration. I know. Horror, shock horror. But I wonder if Eternal Dark is like a safe stream game, or if it has like, does it have like nudity somewhere that would like get me banned? I don't know. I know that it's like kind of a mind twister of a game that sounds engaging. Like I'd play it on my own. But yeah, I have all these GameCube games that are otherwise like annoying or difficult to get as well. I forget, did I start writing down? I think I started writing down a list. Maybe I just have a wish list of spooky games. I don't know. You've seen a few people stream Eternal Darkness? Okay. You know what? It would be really good. I know Twitch has a list of, like, banned games I should probably keep an eye on. Although I don't often play the kind of games they ban. I wonder if anybody's compiled, like, a stream, like, games that are, like, different levels of safe to stream. Like, this game has licensed music, and this game, you know, this game, like, cutscenes always get claimed or whatever, you know? Like, I would love to find a comprehensive guide somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it's on GameCube, so, like, yeah. I wonder, like, Twitch doesn't really care about extreme violence. I would just have to, I would want to put, like a gore content warning up, probably. Just because I feel like, that's what I would want to see when I go watching streams. Oh yeah, and I'd love to research... I don't remember if I said this on a previous stream, but I'd love to research like something better for like screen flashing stuff in OBS, and like that might involve me learning how to write shaders. Like if I can learn how to write a shader that'll like reduce screen flashing, then I'll totally do it. Because surprisingly, nobody has provided like a comprehensive filter for that, like in OBS. You just have to have like either the game itself will have like a low, you know, reduce flashing option or whatever, and that's not good. That's not good enough. This old freaking Pokemon being like this. Yeah, Tristan was looking for one that only does the partial screen. Yeah. Like I saw their post, and like the only plugin I found was this like light gun game flashing thing, which it works. It does work on parts of the screen, but it's like so aggressive, it'll basically like... It's specifically designed for light gun games. Like they were doing a demo of Time Crisis, I think. And it works really well in that, like, if there's like one color, if the flashing is one specific color that only shows up sometimes. So like in Pokemon, it wasn't going to work because like the background might have white on it, and if the flashing that you want to cut out is white, then any white part of the background will always get like smeared, will always get blended between frames. And so like, yeah, that one light gun plugin that I know, that I've heard of, like, almost does what you want, but not really. And there is like there is a plugin for OBS that'll do like, it'll let you do any custom shader, but it's like kind of not safe and not supported anymore, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe people use Streamlabs instead. Maybe there's a Streamlabs thing for like, light sensitivity. But there should be one for OBS too, because it's such a popular, you know, alternative. So I don't know. I don't know. If there is one out there, then for sure it's not very well available. Like, it's not very, like, well advertised anywhere. So, I wish I didn't have so many other projects, or else I could, like, dedicate some real time to developing this thing. Also, I'm starting to think that, like, that you can't, like, you actually can't find Kangaskhan in this part of the cave. Let me do a little Cerebi. Let's do a little Cerebi research right now, live on stream. Kangaskhan. I gotta say, Cerebi.net has been an amazing Pokemon resource, but it's a little hard to navigate sometimes. Okay, it says Rock Tunnel. Oh, 5% rarity, really? Oh, but it's only one level. Basement floor 1. Streamlabs being total shits and violating the OBS license. What? Oh, I'm glad I use OBS for being like the less bad option. I don't know what else they've done. Okay, let's try a different base. I think this is going to be the ground floor, so let's go down the ladder. Maybe we have to go down the ladder in here. Wow. I didn't know that there was... Wow. I thought that they were totally separate groups, but that makes sense. So Streamlabs was like a fork of OBS or something like that? Or they use OBS technology in some way? Man, that sucks. Ooch. Ouchers. Big yikes. Oh wait, I forgot I keep forgetting I have sweet sound. Okay. So I went down a floor, so there should be Kangaskhan down here. Yeah. Oh well. I feel like Streamlabs had like paid stuff as well, in a way that OBS doesn't, so screw them. They can just F right off. They can F right out of here. Yeah. If I do come up with my own solution for flashing, then I will bring it. Oh, here we go. Then I'll publish it somewhere. Kangaskhan! It's a girl Kangaskhan. Wait, are Kangaskhan always girls? I mean, they have the pouch. Streamlabs has gotten predatory. Most people use Stream Elements now. Yeah. Yeah, I use Stream Elements. I have a Stream Elements like that's what I have as a combination something or other. Should I use a level? Let's start with Pokeballs. I should have bought more Ultras because I forgot that I ran out of them. Stream Elements has been kind of annoying too. Oh wow, we got around the first catch. Nice. Kangaskhan, the parent Pokemon. If it is safe, the young gets out of the belly pouch to play. The adult keeps a close eye on the youngster. Aw, that's cute. Oh, they are 100% female. So who mates with the Kangaskhan? I know Tauros and Miltank are like a thing. Kangaskhan... who is a great and mighty mother? One hell of a mother. I could call her Misty after Misty Faye. No. Nah, Misty Faye was a bad mother because she just like ran away from her children and then died. Spoilers, I guess, for Ace Attorney? I don't know. I don't like Ace Attorney thing. Oh, Cubone? Like Marowak, maybe? Marowak can be girls, though. I wonder... Let me look on Cerebi and see what it says about breeding. Because they have egg moves. They're just in the monster group. I don't know. I guess any other monster type can breed with Kangaskhan. Oh, Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Good call, good call. Oh, but it doesn't really fit. We have to take the H. Sarah's got to take the H on this one. It's like taking the L, but it's not as bad. Use Sarah Connor. Pokemon makes no sense. Eh. It would make a little more sense if they were digital, where like there's some kind of like digital thing that goes off in the Pokemon when they like encounter a compatible mate and then they lay an egg. But yeah, actually, even with like Grimer supposedly like asexually reproduces, so like what's up with that? Oh yeah, and Mr. Mime, where's it? Oh, Mr. Mime is in the grass. Okay, Mr. Mime is next. Unless there's a Pokemon in the caves that I forgot about. Yeah, Digimon makes more sense in that sense. I expect Digimon to be a little more, blue. I would not be surprised. Because they got the like poop Digimon, you know? And they got the ghost that digivolves into a ghost with a hat on. Digimon has no rules. Just right. What does blue? Gee, I don't know. What does blue mean? What does blue mean? Is everybody blue? Reference. I got the reference this time. Oh, look at that. We got lucky. Mr. Mime. Mime. Mr. Mime. 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 Isn't it a trainer? We should call him Mr. Well. Mime. Well. Okay, you're gonna be Mr. Well. It's sealed. I sold the deal. No, don't hold up the UV light. They don't need to know. I wonder if we'll ever know why. Mystery. It's a platy mystery. Platytails. Ooh. It's a platy mystery. It doesn't really work, does it? Hey! Mr. Mime, the barrier Pokemon. A skilled mime from birth, it gains the ability to create invisible objects as it matures. Any invisible objects? Could it make like a refrigerator? Okay, you're gonna be Mr... No, you know what? Monsieur... I mean, Monsieur Well. Which doesn't make sense, because in French, W is not like a native word to the language, or whatever. I do not care enough. I do not care enough to spell it out differently. Right, Jinx is on the ice path. I think Tangela lives here while we're here. Or did I already catch a Tangela? No, I skipped a bunch, didn't I? Yeah, Tangela lives here, just like in the first one. Yeah, Mr. Wee. It would have to be O-U-E-L-L or something? O-L. If we want it to be, like, pedantic about it. Oh, so it's a cute... It's a Bad Hair Day Tangela. I don't know what. I'm trying to think of, like... girl Tangela with her little boots and her all, like tangled, messed up hair. I don't know. There's some kind of joke here, but I can't think of what it is. She's so cute. Tangle is so cute, but also kind of scary. I don't want to know where the eyes live behind all the like tangles, all the little like tendrils. I'm sure somebody has done fan art of like, because there's two ways you can go with Tangela. Either the interior is cute or it's horrifying and ugly. And I like kind of don't want to know, but I kind of want to know. You know, like with Diglett. Like, I'm too curious for my own good. Oh, it was trying to get me back. You can't do that. You can't sleep the sand woman. Mulan the second. Okay, let's stick with great for now. I think a level ball would be... No, I think a level ball is times 2. Or it's like, it's every doubling of the level, so it won't... this Tangle is only level 20. I won't use up all of the Pokeballs, I'll go get some Ultra Balls. Oh hey, there we go. But I am gonna go get Ultra Balls now, because I think I need them. Tangela, a vine Pokemon. The vines that cloak its entire body are always jiggling. They effectively unnerve its foes. Yeah, talk... Exactly. It's spooky. Tangela's kind of spooky, but also cute. Tangela, the cute boot Pokemon. It's got those cute little boots. I'm gonna call her Boots. I think Boots is also a cute name for a cat. Because you know how some cats, the coloring, they've got like little boots? Fisher Ralph doesn't have any news about wild Pokemon. He just wants to tell me about a Bellsprout that he didn't catch. Let me tell you about the one that got away. Oh, and let's, we should go for Rhyhorn. Oh yeah, and I was gonna check, because, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, like, where do we even get them? Where do you get a Tyrogue from? Oh. Wait, what? We gotta go to Mount Mortar. Okay. Well, let's get a Rhyhorn first, and then we're gonna go to Mount Mortar, apparently. Chip, 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 chip. Let's heal up to restore a little bit of attack powers, and then apparently there's something in Mount Mortar that I haven't done yet. We're gonna have to navigate around a bit. I thought there was, I knew there was something special in Mount Mortar, but I like never went far enough to get it, I guess. And now we're going to. Let's get 12 Ultras. I might sell my nuggets eventually just to keep buying Pokeballs. I can stop whenever I want to. I can stop buying Pokeballs whenever I want. Friend Ball. I'm forgetting what I need to use the Friend Ball on. Wait, which... I have my list here. Chansey. Yeah. I need to catch a Chansey with the Friendship Ball to make it easier. And it's also easier because we have access to Blue's sister will groom our Pokemon once a day. Which is really nice. We can get a Pokemon groomed by her and get a haircut in Goldenrod. Which is really nice. Blue's sister is really nice. Nicer than he is. Because I remember she also gives you... He tells her not to give you a town map, and then she gives it to you anyway. She's like, here, you should take the town map. Not that it's very useful in the end, but... You know, it's the thought that counts. Okay, Rhyhorn, you're gonna be tricky. I think Rock Smash won't kill it, though. I'm gonna take a chance. Okay, good. I think cut will be like less damage. Yeah. I think we have to stick with cut to not knock it out. Let's do one more. I think it'll wake up. He's gonna wake up after this. Oh, no. Still asleep. Let's try a Great Ball. Great Balls of Pokemon. Pokemon Fire. Goodness gracious, Rhyhorn in a Pokeball. Rhyhorn, the Spike's Pokemon. It is inept at turning because of its 4 short legs. It can only charge and run in one direction. It's like a Dark Souls boss or something. Okay, Rhyhorn, you're gonna be oh, I know. You're gonna be Bull Rush. Because that just sounds like a cool name to me. Cool, I think there's nothing else to catch here, so now let's go to Mount Mortar. We're gonna get a special gift Pokemon that I did not remember about. And Scythen is going to be instrumental in getting us there. Oh, I should have bought Repels. I'll buy Repel. Boy. Oh boy, Repels. Because I think we have everything in Mount Mortar except for a Muriel. You know what? Just because there's like a rare chance we might catch a Muriel in the cave, I'm going to not... I'm not going to use Repels. We're just going to wander around Mount Mortar. Oops. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Equitique. Guys, I think we should, we need to catch a coughing nearby here, too. I should really spend a lot more time in Johto, now that I think about it, because, we might catch the legendary dogs out here. And I still have only seen Entei in the wild, so I haven't seen any of either of the other two. I think I've entered the right way here, right? Maybe? No, wait. Is this right? I think so. I don't... we'll see. I think I just want to surf. I just want to surf. Scythen, the Psyduck, use surf. Use waterfall, I mean. I wonder what that looks like, because right now we're riding on the back of, Carrie. And then Scythen, the Psyduck, comes out and, like, tows us up the waterfall. I imagine that's what she does. I'm trying to picture that in Pokemon, in, like, the anime. That'd be pretty... That's pretty funny looking, at least in my own mind. I imagine Ash holding on for dear life. Wah! Sounds kind of like Bart when I do it like that. I think there's a trick to this. Because I was wandering around here before, and I, like, could not find a way to go farther north. Guess we'll find out. We'll find out together. Giant Bow Underground Tech Cave with your friend Bloody Pete. I'll be your guide. Be safe. Here in the depths of Mount Mortar. With any luck, we'll get to the heights. No, I think it's this way. I love how the water is a darker color too. I think that all they needed to do was a palette swap. I love these old, kind of, not exactly lost, but these old techniques. It's like, I guess it's what you would do with shaders now. Shaders have replaced the palette swap. And if you do them right, then shaders are pretty resource efficient as well. Like, there's this YouTube channel that I forget what it's called, but this guy is like a veteran of graphics and video game stuff, and he'll lay out how you do certain things, like layers of detail and levels of detail, LOD. I always think of LOD as like, I confuse it with line of sight. I always get it like wrong at first. But like levels of detail and like rendering techniques, occlusion culling, and like other techniques to be sure that you're not like redoing the same work. Yeah, how do you get up here? There's gotta be a trick. There's like a ledge hop that will like open up, that will like access stairs, steps or something. Well, maybe this is it. Aha! Aha! Okay, so we only want to jump down a ledge if, like, there's no other option. Navigation, you see. In Pokemon, it's more likely than you think. Uh-oh. Okay, Pursuit didn't count. That's interesting. I tried to run, but Pursuit didn't get a bonus for that. I guess it's like only if you switch out a Pokemon. You would think that you would get a bonus if you were trying to run away. Maybe if we successfully ran away, then it would like trigger. Nice that they gave us an escape route too. Because I don't have dig anymore. But yeah, that's, I wonder if I could use Brock through walls to get dig early. I think you have to beat Misty to enable the rocket, but I don't remember. Because the funny thing with Brock through walls exploit is that certain portals don't work. Like, you can't use Brock through walls to get on the SSN. You, like, have to get the ticket and walk through legit. And I tried. Like, if you try walking through the, like, portal that takes you to the SSN while Brock through walls is active, like, you just keep walking and you see that, like, you see past the edge of the area to where, it just doesn't render any more, pier. Like, the pier ends. And I imagine that, like, the back door to... I think the only things that work during Brock through walls are any portals that have a sprite associated with them. So similarly, you can't... I think you also can't walk into, like, the back of the apartments in Celadon. So yeah. Maybe, I think the police officer in... who's like blocking the entrance to the robbed guy's house, I think they are standing in front of the door rather than like on top of the sprite, so maybe you could walk into that door anyway. Because what I noticed, you can enter Self Company with Brock through walls, which is how like you can get Swords Dance and Earthquake using that. So like maybe it'd be interesting. I'm curious to do it now. because it would be good to get like a dig TM that you can reuse. Or at the very least, I could trade out a Pokemon to learn it, train it back in, and then use breeding to pass it along to other Pokemon. Oh, hey. I think we're not finding any Merrills, so let's just use the Max Repel here. Oh, it tells you how many steps. That's nice. I'm not going to use the bike here because I don't want to waste steps by accident. Like that. Where the heck are we going? Maybe we are going into the depths. Oh, look at this guy. Who are you? Hey, I am the Karate King. Oh, I train alone here in the dark. You, battle with me. Hwarg! Uh-oh. I was not ready for a battle. Oh, he's got two Pokemon. Black Belt Kyo! Oh, that Hitmonlee isn't that strong. I think you can take it down, Milan. It'll be good for your experience, too. Oh, it's Master Miyagi. Miyagi-sensei. This is where he's been. Wax on, wax off. That's the only thing I know. I haven't seen, actually, I haven't seen the Karate Kid movies, not any of them. Maybe I should. The funny thing is that I heard that, like, Karate Kid is such a massive, like, cultural phenomenon that it's exactly what you think it is. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's exactly what you expect the movie to be. Well, you know what? It's that. I think Sweep the Leg is from the first movie, right? The rival bad kid is gonna, like, sweep the leg, and, like, they're like, no, you can't do that. That's against the rules or something. But we all know that he's gonna beat him anyway, right? That's how those stories always work. And you know what? Just to be BM, I'm gonna Rock Smash. I'm gonna use a fighting move to defeat you, Hitmonchan. You were outclassed. To be fair, he's only training in the wild against like level 30 somethings. So they're not that strong. Arrgh, I'm beaten! I'm crushed. My training is still not enough, but a loss is a loss, I admit it. As proof that you defeated me, I'll give you a rare fighting Pokemon. You have no room in your part. Oh, flip's sake. I thought it would send it to my box. Oh well. We have to come back. Hang on. I'll go buy another escape rope, I think, for this too. Oh, sweeping the leg is more judo style anyway. Oh, that's right, Karate Kid, of course. Is it? I guess that makes sense. Judo... The one thing I heard about judo is that it's supposed to be it's all about using your opponent's body against themselves, or like their momentum and their weight against them. So there's like a lot of throwing in judo. Okay, Conifer, you can stay behind. Okay, we've got space in the box. Okay, we beat him, but we still have to get the Pokemon. We gotta get the free gift Pokemon. I'll also buy some more repels while I'm here, I guess. Oh, you don't sell any escape ropes? Oh, that's weird. I thought somebody sells escape ropes. And no repels. Is it really that early on in the game that you don't sell these things? Well, it's just as well, because there's some stuff that we do want to get. There's some items that I want to get on the way back. Yeah. Yeah, you wish the game warned you that you need a slot open. Because I think every other gift Pokemon I've gotten would go back to the box. It's only this one. It's like, why do I not have access to the box now? When I always do whenever I'm catching Pokemon. Boggles the mind. I think I will use the bike just to save time, though. This time. To go a little faster. it's not a crazy big deal. I know how to get around this place, sort of. It's this way. Right? I know how to get around this place. I'm trying to remember if the, like, gift Lapras is also in, like, the first game, if that one needs the slot open. Bye-bye Repel. I want to say that I have some max repels in the box. I should have checked. Was it Girl Machoke? No comment. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe Girl Machoke should have more clothing on, I don't know. Or maybe it's not relevant to the Machoke anatomy. It's like a lizard. Oh, you know, it's a... In a weird way, I'm reminded of, That's another Girl Machoke. I'm reminded of, what's his name? John Connor? Not, whatever it is. John Carver of Mars, or whatever his name is. Disney made that movie. And there are alien lizard people who lay eggs. And notably, the women don't have breasts because they wouldn't, because they don't have to, like, feed their young, right? And I was like, that's like a clever detail that I think most, so many sci-fi stories and, like, I don't know, Skyrim Argonians are supposedly egg layers, but they also, like, do they also breastfeed their young? Because, like, why would they, if they're supposed to be lizard people, like, why would they? So it's like, I don't know, maybe Machoke are the same. Like, they lay, all Pokemon lay eggs, you know? I guess Miltank has an udder. So it'll be different from Pokemon to Pokemon. I don't know. It just made me think of that, John. I think it is John Carter, isn't it? But they don't... They, like, should have called it John Carter of Mars. So that, like, because people don't know who John Carter is. I don't know. That movie is a whole... I don't have a whole rant worth of discussion to say about that movie. It's just like... It's like, whatever. It's fine. It's not especially good. It's not especially bad. I don't know. There's some lingering misogyny in the character of Deja Thoris, I guess, and, exotification of kind of, like, quasi-Indian culture, in a way. Because, like, I think the, like, humanoid people of Mars are they're kind of, like, orientalized, in a way. Like, their depiction, if I remember correctly. Oh, you saw a good breakdown of the movie, yeah. I mean, they were really banking on there being a sequel, I know that for sure. You know, it was the same, it was like, wasn't it the same, like, writer who did Conan the Barbarian? Like, the original, like, artwork, like, novels or whatever? So, like, you know, not exactly the most progressive kind of background to build a movie on. Yeah, I'm curious. It is the kind of movie that I would like to see, like, a video essay about. Or, like, a behind-the-scenes or something. Because I imagine, like, discussing the VFX is probably more interesting than anything about the actual story. Like, you know, there's some unique world-building things where, like, the Martians use light to travel or something. Oh, you can't remember who you were watching? Ah, it's fine. No worries. But yeah, that's like... There's some, like, interesting ideas there, I guess. It kind of bothers me that John Carter doesn't, like, actually go to Mars. He, like... His, like, spirit gets... I don't know exactly how it's supposed to work. But we got a Tyrogue. Check it out. Got Tyrogue, and when he evolves, based on his stats, will determine one of 3 outcomes, and then we'll have to use a Ditto to get another Tyrogue, and we'll have to get like multiple Tyrogues to get all 3 of the Hitmons. The hit monsters. But I don't know which type of... I don't know which one it's gonna become, so I just have to name him based on nothing. He will be... It will be Oscar. But I'll name you funny. I'll name you Oscar. Oscar. Burr is a fighting type. Falls into a tougher Pokemon. Keep up the hard work. I'll keep training too. Farewell. Oh. I thought he was gonna spin and then fly away. Look at him. Little Tyrogue. Okay, he has more defense, so I think he becomes a Hitmonlee. That's a little unfortunate. I was hoping that our first Tyrogue would turn into a Hitmontop, but I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Oh wait, I don't know what number Hitmon... I don't know what number Tyrogue is, so let's pace it out. Oh, there it is. Just past Stanley. Tyrogue, the Scuffle Pokemon. It is always bursting with energy. To make itself stronger, it keeps on fighting even if it loses. It's the plucky underdog Pokemon. Everybody likes an underdog. Okay, let's poke around this cave a little bit more, and then, oh, okay. We want to poke around up here, because this is where the items are. Brr, brr. Maybe I'll end the stream by catching a coughing. I don't know what to call it, though. Maybe we can name it James, after infamous Team Rocket member. Look at that plucky little Machop. You know, it never occurred to me that Machop starts off like just a wild animal with no clothes, and then Machoke gets like the little dungarees. I don't know what you call that. It's not a singlet. He gets the little shorts, the like strongman belts and tights, and like I don't know, why is that? Is that just like a coloration? Maybe it's like a hard shell. Maybe Machoke just has like a hard shell around its groin area. Yeah, a wrestling costume, yeah. It's, you know, it's like the Superman underwear thing. It's where Superman gets his design from. The strongman outfit. That's why they've got Machoke always doing like strongman stuff. Also, I don't see any items here. So maybe I should be using the item finder. I remember there's like an exterior area down this way that might have like an item out on a platform or something. Oh, close. They're not close enough. That's fine. Let's go get a coffee. Whoops. You miss the times of Thigh-Barians from like 80s video games. Oh yeah, like the cover art and stuff. Like Castlevania 2. Them Belmont boys never skipped a leg day. No sir. I think a lot of the cover art and box art and stuff was like basically stolen work, effectively. Like they took some famous like movie poster and altered it a little bit to look different. And because they were, you know, game designers in the late 80s and 90s, that's like they were taken from like slightly earlier, so you get a lot of the 80s artwork getting into video game spaces. Okay. Let's see if we can find hopping on this floor. Oh yeah, Golden Axe, Altered Beast. Yeah, a lot of the arcade games as well, right? Because you gotta put art on the arcade cabinet. Man, I always forget about arcades, because they just, like, they basically don't exist anymore. Like, Barcade kind of, but, like, Barcade doesn't put new machines in. I guess it's only in Japan, and even then they kind of, like... Hasn't there been, like, a lot of cutting down on, like, Japanese arcades? Or is it, like, the... Maybe I'm thinking of the, I might be thinking of the, what's it called? Like, the like, old game console bars or whatever, where they have, like, Nintendos and Super Nintendos and stuff. You have, like, a Sega Genesis to play on. Coughing, the poison gas Pokemon. Its thin, filmy body is filled with gases that cause constant sniffles, coughs, and teary eyes. Wait, it's thin body? It's got like a thin membrane? That's kind of creepy. Well, I said I'd call him James, so I'm gonna call him James. Welcome to the Pokemon collection, James. Guy's just wearing a set of briefs and a pair of boots or sandals, going on their adventure. Yeah. I'm sure somebody's making games like that now. Maybe now in the days of 3D, the, like, male-dominated game industry has gotten, like, a little bit too homophobic about it. Where, like, it's like, oh, no. I'm a 3D modeler, and I don't want to have to model a guy's crotch. It's like, come on, dude. Give the fans what they want. I don't know. Well, that's all for tonight. It's time to end the stream. So thank y'all for joining me. We got a whole bunch of Pokemon, almost like 10, I think. We got like 11 Pokemon this stream. Got like 100 new Pokemon. It's a lot. It's crazy. There was Zadette, but he wears boxers, and that's like not how it was back then. Who's that? Oh yeah, I see. I see what you mean. It makes me think more of like Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts. Well, yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Thank you to Marinthia. Thank you for joining, for hopping in and rambling with me. More on Monday, as always. Maybe I'll do like an unusual Saturday stream or something. I don't know. I want to play more Celeste or something. Just thinking of Pride Month. Oh, actually, you know what? Tomorrow, I'll do a brief stream tomorrow because we need to catch Lapras, and Lapras only turns up on Fridays. So look out tomorrow for a little stream. I think I might just do an hour. And then, yeah, and then Monday will be the next one. So thank y'all again, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.